All right, let's get this started. Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Yeah. Hey there's your Detroiters. It is Stephanie, aka Spontaneous Blonde on Instagram, and welcome to chapter 3 of Stay Home with Stephanie. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for your love on the last video. My dad continues to enjoy his newfound internet fame. He wanted to participate in today's video, but when I told him the subject, he said, no thank you. So he'll find his way back into future chapters, which I know we're all excited about. So with that in mind, today's video I'm very excited about because we are going to be talking about dating. The reason that I wanted to make this video is, one, I have a lot of opinions. Two, I've been dating for a long time, and really, for me, I feel like so much of the advice and so much of the guidance that we give for online dating is directed towards women and how women can make themselves more appealing to men. And I don't necessarily agree with that mindset. I think it's time for men to learn how to online date. Before we get started, I do want to make a couple of disclaimers just to kind of be honest about what's going on. First of all, this is going to be incredibly heteronormative. We are going to be talking about men dating women and women dating men. While I do think that there are great conversations to be had about dating within the queer community, I don't think that I'm the best voice for that conversation. So I'm going to kind of let other people talk about that if they want to. I'm going to make quite a few generalizations here. So let's just, right now, we're going to say it. This does not apply to all men, and this does not apply to all women. It will apply to most men, and it will apply to most women, but it's not going to apply to all of us. So if you don't particularly agree with something I say, make your own video. How I'm going to do this is I have a ton of screenshots on my phone from my years of dating apps. So we're just kind of go through them, give some advice, talk about it, have some fun. Really, it's all about having fun. So let's get into it. So here is the first screenshot, and it's a doozy. So I think one thing that we need to tell men, particularly white men, white straight men, is a dating app is probably not the best place for cultural appropriation. I think that with your pictures, you have a chance to make a first impression, and maybe your first impression shouldn't be, I make fun of other cultures. I'm sure the intention behind this picture was to be funny, was to give jokes, but I don't know you. I don't know your sense of humor. So it's difficult for me to see your sense of humor and think it's actually funny. Next one. Ugh. This is gonna be a real theme here. Women do not care if you have met a Detroit celebrity. We really don't care. I do not care that you've met Ken Daniels. I think that's his name. Again, I barely know this man. So it's not impressive to me that you met some male celebrity. Okay, next one. Okay, same theme. And I'm pretty sure this is the same man, but like, nobody cares that you met Darren McCarty. Nobody cares. I love Darren McCarty. Darren McCarty is a great hockey player. For those of you that aren't up on Detroit celebrities, Darren McCarty was a big, famous hockey player for the Detroit Red Wings back in the late 90s, early 2000s. But here's a spoiler. This is not the first picture of Darren McCarty that we're going to see. So we're going to do like a little count on the bottom, and it's going to be called the Leave Darren McCarty Alone count, because truly, leave Darren McCarty alone. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, this one, Okay, so one of the things you can do on Hinge is you answer these different questions, you get different prompts. And so this gentleman took a very wild, controversial opinion, talking about how breakfast and brunch is wildly overrated. First of all, you are entitled to your opinions. However, Please don't make them the wrong opinions. Brunch is lovely, brunch is fun, brunch is a great reason to get drunk during the day. We love brunch. Like, don't come for brunch, sir. Next one. So this one is just funny to me because, believe it or not, I was hit and killed by a drunk driver. Okay, first of all, not funny. There have been a lot of people that have been hit and killed by a drunk driver. So you're basically making a joke out of people dying. And again, it's just like, it's not funny. If you're gonna be funny, like, don't make fun of tragedy. It's bizarre. Next one. Okay. This is gonna be another theme. Men, if you're on a dating app, if you make it obvious that you dislike women, we're not going to swipe right on you. And one of the ways that you can demonstrate that you don't like women is by calling them hoochies, which is a very tired insult and a very tired way of thinking, because you're basically implying that if a woman is sexually loose, she's not worthy of your time. Next. Okay, so this one goes in a completely different direction because it says, try to guess this about me. How many women I've left satisfied? I'm befuddled. I don't want to guess how many women you've left satisfied because I'm going to tell you, if you have to ask the question, the answer is probably 0. This is your first impression that you are giving out. Bizarre. All right, next one. Okay, again, there's a lot of themes here. I'll brag about you to my friends if you are feminine as much as a lady's supposed to be. Okay, number 1. There's not a whole lot on dating profiles. There's not a lot of copy. So if you cannot read it aloud and get the basic grammar down, I'm not going to think fondly of you. And again, number 2. Maybe this is a bit too liberal of me. Maybe this is a bit of a hot take. The idea that you are looking for this woman that is feminine. Okay, first of all, what does that mean? She's gonna wear a skirt all the time. She's gonna keep her mouth shut. Like, what it really sounds like you're looking for is you're looking for a woman who knows her place. Here's a newsflash. Women can wear pants. Let's go to the next one. Again, I go crazy for women who don't go overboard with makeup. Natural beauty needs no makeup. Well, first of all, I look stunning and I have a full face. So get that out of here. Second of all, I don't think men realize that we do not put on makeup for men. I have never done, like this look right here. This is a purple smoky eye with a cat eye. And I did not put this together and think, boy, I hope a man likes what I've done. A lot of men don't know that much about makeup. And when I say a lot of men, I'm obviously removing drag queens and men that engage in female impersonation because they don't count. Because drag queens are incredible at makeup and are sometimes better than women, which is fine. This assumption that women put on makeup to please a man is ridiculous. I can't. Like, I've never put on makeup to satisfy a man. Makeup is my hobby. Like, for me, makeup is something I enjoy. I do it for myself. I do it for my Instagram. Like, the things I do are not for your pleasure. Okay. Leave Darren McCarty alone. 2, leave him alone. I can't believe this is not the second time I'm gonna have to say this. Leave Darren McCarty alone. Next. Okay. I want someone who takes care of themselves and cares about their health, knows they are 100% in charge of everything in their life, and doesn't make excuses all the time. So this one is going to be, I'm going to tread a little lightly with this topic, and I'm going to try and be as accommodating and realistic as possible. So here's a newsflash. I am a fat woman. I realize I'm a fat woman. This doesn't make me a troll. This doesn't make me a piece of crap. This is just an acknowledgement of how I move throughout this world in my body. I have a problem with men on dating apps that put up very thinly veiled comments about not dating fat women. It's okay to have a preference. It's okay to have a type. I don't need to be on your dating profile to be aware that I am not your type. Just swipe left on me and keep going. I realize that that's a bit of like a hot take, which is fine. This is my opinion, but I really disagree with this mentality of putting it on your profile that like you're looking for a woman that can run with you. I think Tom Cruise is the greatest human person of all time. Again, a wild, wild take to have. And again, when I read that, I think this person is a Scientologist. So maybe if you're going to take a stance about who you think the greatest human of all time is, maybe do a quick Google search and see what people don't like about them. Next. Okay. So this one has a bit of a story. So this was a comic that was sent to me by a man that I was talking to on Hinge. And to kind of set the scene a little bit, we were talking, and then out of the blue, he sends me this comic. So I looked at it as, okay, this man no longer wants to date me. And I just kind of let the discussion die. So when we talk about memes and sending memes to people you're interested in, maybe don't send a meme that gives the impression that you want to break up with this person or stop talking to them, because it's weird. Next one. Okay, again, change my mind that most women hold no merit, that women used to respect themselves. I don't believe a truly unique, funny, honest, family-oriented women exists. Well, first of all, there are plenty of funny women out there. And again, the impression that you're giving off is, I dislike most women. So as a woman, I can read this and go, well, he's not talking about me. I must be different, and swipe right. Or I can look at this and go, ooh, this is a man that dislikes most women. He'll probably dislike something about me. I don't want to talk to him. Next one. Okay. Don't hate me if I don't want to talk politics or gender equality because it hurts my brain. Couple of things. These are not difficult topics. These should not be hurting your brain. And again, you're saying that too when you put out that impression that I don't want to talk about politics or gender equality. You are basically saying your opinion on these two subjects means nothing to me, and I will never want to talk about this with you. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This one. So, where to begin? I have a real problem with this notion that women don't like sports, and if women do like sports, they don't know as much about me when it comes to sports. Couple of things. This is not a contest for who knows more about sports. Number two, you might date a woman that has little to no interest in watching sports with you. Does that make her a bad person? No. Okay, let's flip that. Let's flip that to the other side. I have yet to see a woman, from my friends, I've yet to see any of us say, if you can't name 3 of the bachelors, I don't want to date you. Or even for me personally, if you can't name 3 winners of RuPaul's Drag Race, I want nothing to do with you. Because that doesn't make sense. I think most people are looking for a relationship where their interests aren't 100% aligned, and that's okay, especially for something as frivolous as sports. Sports isn't exactly life-changing or deal-breaking. If you're gonna date a woman that likes sports, cool, great. If she doesn't like sports but is still a nice person and still supports you, that's great too. So, and again too, women don't like sports to impress men. I've never at once read an article or watched football with my dad and been like, well, I hope this makes me a good wife. No. I watch the Lions because I like pain and disappointment, but I never watch the Lions to go, well, if I get enough knowledge, this man will think I'm worthy of his time. No. All right, let's keep going. Having 2 best friends that are chicks. All right. Again, please stop hating women. Don't refer to women as chicks or females. It's a little degrading. And the assumption and the impression that you are giving is, I will only be friends with a woman if I can eventually sleep with her. And that's really not the point of friendship. Because again, it just kind of gives off this mentality that you don't really respect women. And as a woman, why would I want to date someone that doesn't respect my gender? Next one. So this is another one. This kind of goes back to the sports theme of men wanting a woman to 100% understand what he's talking about. And I have a problem with men that kind of make these backhanded compliments of oh, if you even know what I'm talking about, if you even know what that is. And the thing about this too that I really wanted to point out is the things that he's talking about are remarkably mainstream. Even if you've never watched Star Wars or you've never watched a Marvel movie, chances are you know what he's talking about. It doesn't make you separated from culture for liking Marvel. Next one. Okay. This one is just funny because it's 2 wildly different things. So we don't even need to dive into too much of a comment on this. We're just going to post and keep moving. My most controversial opinion is Elf with Will Ferrell, spelled wrong, was a terrible movie. Also, I don't think socialism works. Wild. 2 wildly different opinions, 2 super different extremes of the spectrum. Insane. Next one. Okay, so this one says, I'm weirdly attracted to intelligent and witty women with a side of sass. Sir, that just sounds like you're describing women with personalities. That's not something to be weirdly attracted to. You're just attracted to women with personalities, which is women. This one's great. Could you imagine the outrage in this country if only men got to reach out first? Also, swipe left if your profile says dog, cat, / insert pet mom. Try to find my brother and get your head out of your ass. There's a lot to unpack there. So, first of all, most of history was men reaching out first for dating. Could you imagine the outrage in this country if only men got to reach out first? Yeah, welcome to the 20th century. And that's why women have said, okay, let's even the playing field a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. And swipe left if your profile says dog, cat, pet mom. Let people live their lives. That's such a bizarre stand to take. Try to find my brother and get your head out of your ass. I don't even know what this is talking about. I vaguely remember this man's profile. Is your brother missing? Is your brother like a Where's Waldo in the back of your photos? Bizarre. Okay, let's talk about shirtless selfies, men. Listen, if you got a good body and if you want to show that off, I'm all for it. In these times, we should be able to look at hot men. It's why I always look at Sebastian Stan's Instagram. And that's fine. However, if you're going to do a shirtless selfie, maybe take your shirt off. Because doing this like Janet Jackson peekaboo nipple is not sexy. And I can't believe I have to say that. But yeah, if you're going to do a shirtless pic, just take your shirt off. Just take your shirt off. That's fine. Wait, next. Okay. So this one's fun. Recently moved from New York to Michigan to be closer to my family, looking to meet new people and hopefully finding a lifetime partner. I'm a gentleman, an old-fashioned guy. I will not ask a girl for sex, not even in the third date. I respect and have morals, was raised in a strict Catholic family. Sir, do you want a sticker for not asking for sex on the third date? What a bizarre thing to say. And again, it implies that like if a woman goes out with you enough, she owes you sex. Women don't owe you a goddamn thing. Okay, so this is another one of like men just hating women. Girl, I just want a funny, mature, stable man that has his life together. All great things that we're looking for. Opens Bumble. Guy, I'm blank. I bleeped out his name. I have a great career, own my house. I have a great career, own house, car. I'm family oriented. Ugh, effing loser. Swipe left. Next guy. Yo, bitch, got 4 baby mamas and 3 DUIs. OMG, yes, finally. Swipes right. Maybe women are swiping left on you because you're making it obvious that you hate women. This tired idea that women only go for douchebags and women leave nice guys like me behind doesn't exist, because we as women have dealt with the nice guy. A lot of us have dealt with the nice guy that believes that if he's nice to us long enough, we will eventually have sex with him. And that's not how things work. Friendships aren't supposed to be quite so transactional. Next. This one's fun. I am laid back and easygoing. I like to keep things simple and minimize drama. I have a funky sense of humor and enjoy finding the humor out of difficult or awkward situations. We got a funny guy. Great. I love traveling, so I plan a trip abroad yearly. 2018, Sweden and Denmark. I am desperately looking for my Amelia Earhart. Sir, do you know what happens to Amelia Earhart? She goes missing. So are you looking for a woman that will go missing? Wild. Google celebrities before you make a reference about them. Like, that's all I'm saying. Next. I promise we are almost done, because boy, there's a lot of men on dating apps and I got a lot of advice to give. So let's keep going. All right. I'm more offended by a dog not liking me than I am if a person doesn't. Skip. Looking for someone who isn't an IG model. The unsolicited sending of any nudes will result in that person being blocked immediately. Sir, first of all, if we want to talk about sending unsolicited nudes, I'm going to toss something out there. Most of the time, it's men sending them to women than it is women sending them to men. I don't know a lot of women that are just sending nudes to men out of the blue. And so when you put something like that, it's, again, not a great stance to take, because I don't think it's a problem that exists. All right, so we're gonna end with something special. And so this is a screenshot of a man who I matched with on Bumble 2 years ago. And the thing with Bumble is, again, like we talked about before, the woman opens the conversation and then the man has 24 hours to respond. So I'm in gray. Important question. What is your go-to karaoke song? That's the question I've literally asked every man on Bumble. That's my opening question. For me, I love karaoke, and I think it's a fun way to kick things off. So this man says, my important question trumps yours. Do you live with your parents or family? First of all, no question is more important than what is your go-to karaoke song? How dare you? And number two, really weird to ask that right out the gate. So luckily I am a snarky woman, so I say, were you hoping? No, I live on my own. Why? Were you hoping to build a treehouse with my dad? Because for me at this point, I realized there was not going to be a relationship with me and this man. So let's have some fun with it. Then he gives me this like Meep style pop quiz about women living with their parents. No, I'm sick of finding out you can't come over because my mom stays with me. I have a roommate that says no guys. I just went through a bad breakup, so I moved in. I'm saving for a house. Good talk, LOL. Okay, I don't remember what prompted good talk, LOL. I have a feeling I probably took more than 15 minutes to respond to this man, and he clearly got upset. That is not a great way to kick things off by asking someone if they live with their parents. First of all, it says your only intention is to come over to my house, which whatever reason behind that, I can't think it's good. And two, it gives off this very negative vibe that anyone that lives with their parents is beneath you. If you're talking to someone and you potentially want to date them, maybe don't open things up so negatively. Also, sir, do you, like, I don't think I ever asked him this because at that point I was done, but like, what's wrong with your house? We can't go to your house? Like, why is it that my living situation is the only one that matters? All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to laugh. I hope you learned something new. That's why we do this, to teach. But thank you so much for watching Stay Home with Stephanie. Make sure whatever medium you're watching this on, you like J'adore Detroit on Facebook, you follow J'adore Detroit on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Spontaneous Blonde. I'm going to keep sharing content, keep talking about quarantine. We're all doing our best. We're going to get through this together. And I genuinely hope you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of the people in your house. And because really the only way we're going to get through this is together from a safe distance. So until the next time, my friends, take care of yourself and each other.